mess, but I did want to go live to talk to you guys a little bit about today's topic. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that um, you're happy, you're well, and today I really wanted to just talk about starting small and working your way up. So I'm experiencing this in my life because I've gone through a lot of major events in my life and I didn't quite know how to handle them. And throughout my journey, I'm learning that the load that I have put on myself for so long and so many years, that it was so unnecessary, that I did not have to hold myself to such an unrealistic standard to the point where I'm being my own worst enemy. And so I personally struggle and have struggled with being my own worst enemy. And so if you resonate with this message and you resonate with being your own worst enemy and having that inner critic always plaguing your mind as you do things, as you move forward, as you try to elevate, I want you to know that what I'm learning throughout my journey, and throughout that voice inside of my head is that, of course, I'm not going to be perfect. But as long as I am showing up and I am doing my best, then I am doing what's best for me and I'm constantly evolving. So a lot of the times we don't recognize the small wins, but the small wins is what gets us there. The small wins are what gets us to the big wins. And so that's what I've had to get in my head, is that I don't have to hold myself to such an unrealistic expectation, and I can embody the journey. I can embody just how fun and rich the journey can actually be before getting to the destination. So if you show up for yourself day by day in small ways, it compounds over time. So for an example, let's say for an example, you want to crush your fitness goals this year in 2024. What you are going to do is, number 1, the first step, find a gym, get a gym membership, find a gym buddy. Um Subscribe to someone on YouTube that you like their workouts. Like, take that first step and start prepping yourself mentally, to be able to take on that goal physically. Prep yourself mentally, set yourself up for success by taking that step. And if you take that step and you don't get back to the next step for a couple of days, okay, but you still get back to the next step, that is okay too. So as long as you are proactively moving towards your goal, step by step, you are successful. Step by step, you are progressing, you are evolving. So do not beat yourself up for where you're not at, because that's one thing that I have done, and I'm learning not to ever beat myself up for where I'm at, because I'm not where I was, right? So a lot of times we have to really recognize how far we've come. And even though our situation might not be our ideal situation or our preference of how we would want our lives to be, what we can say is that we've came a long way, and that every single day we show up and we actively contribute to the life that we desire. So, me personally, last year I was going through a very tough time, um, some mental health issues, and so I have taken the proactive steps to set myself up for success. So I knew that, okay, I might have a tough time controlling my inner world, but what can I do to make my outer world a little bit more calming or relaxing, to kind of help me on my journey through my emotional well-being and finding happiness and peace in my own mind. So what I started to do is, I started to do things in my external reality. So I would put on calming music, or play worship music, or play church songs or whatever, to make myself to make myself feel calm. That helped me, but it can only go so far. So that's if you're at that stage, that's what you do. But you continuously do that, and you continuously do small things that help you. So what I did was I also listened to meditations. Guided meditations were one of the biggest things that really helped me through some really tough periods, and it pulled me out of the state of my mind and made me focus on someone else. So, through that process, I was able to find a little bit of peace of mind, but it wasn't always it wasn't 100% there, of course. So, then at that point, I started trying something else that might help me, like journaling out my feelings, spilling out my feelings, getting out what it is that's on my mind into a piece of paper or on a computer, into words. And so this helped me be able to unload it all so that I'm not carrying it. So, congratulations for putting on the meditation music, right? Congratulations for journaling, right? These are all the things that I did to help me out of such a dark period. And so eventually, all of that led to me being able to join a gym. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I can join a gym and I can move my body, and that will really help me. So I started small. I started showing up with my friend, and I started going to the gym with her. And so we kind of had that journey together. But then I eventually elevated and was like, okay, well, my sleeping schedule is not so good. I'm talking to my therapist about my sleep and how I feel so troubled with my sleep. And she suggests maybe I get on the right schedule. So I slowly started putting myself on the right schedule so that I can have more rest, more peace of mind, and hopefully that can help me. So I just started trying things that could possibly help me throughout my journey. And I'm here. So feeling better and more at peace than I've ever had in the past, really. But as a result of me changing my sleeping schedule, it also changed my routine with the gym. So it's like a process of things shuffling and moving in my life because I'm taking the time to put in the effort, and I'm compounding the efforts over time so it's not overly overwhelming, and I'm just putting myself in a situation that feels so unauthentic to me that I feel disconnected. And so even when you show up in the small ways, you might feel that feeling of disconnection. But if you just continue to show up over time, you will feel like this is where you belong because you are embodying something for your highest good, something for your soul, something for um, your overall well being. So, compound over time. So then I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to a couple of fitness classes, right? So I'm gonna go to a couple of fitness classes. Actually, I'm gonna try out which ones I'm interested in. So I found that I was interested in the strength training and the yoga and the Zumba, those type of fitness classes. So I show up to these fitness classes for the first time, nervous, not really knowing what's gonna happen, but I feel good because it's a class and there's other people around me instead of just being in the house tucked away and feeling so down and out. So I show up even though it's uncomfortable, and I actually like the class. So I find that I like it. So I'm going to continue to do it. So I'm going to stay consistent with it. And so one thing that I find, even with myself personally, and maybe for you, is that when things are getting good and you're starting to get results, that part of you wants to sabotage yourself. So this is why people quit before they quit before the big win, or they quit before there's a big major life change in their life, or they're about to reap the fruits of their labor. They quit. And so I find that that voice of self-sabotage wants to tell me to stay stuck, but we have to persevere through that voice and tell that voice, no, this is where I belong. I'm going to continue to keep going, and I'm not going to stay small because I am larger than life. So this is what I've had to tell myself. I've had to tell myself all of what we're doing now is going to compound over time, and it's making me happier. So all you have to really do is take the time to let your progress, your steps be rewarded by yourself. Tell yourself, I'm proud of myself for doing this. Hold space for yourself. Hold self compassion for yourself through this journey because you show up. You're doing the hard thing. A lot of people are lazy. A lot of people don't want to change. A lot of people don't want to learn new information. Or it's just really tough for them to get over those hurdles. But the answer is keep going. The answer, no matter how small the win, if you're progressing, you are on the right track. So keep going. Stop. Don't let the voice of sabotage get to you and tell you that you want to stay stuck when you know that that's not your calling. You know it's not meant for you to stay stuck. It's meant for you to keep moving forward. I have been through a lot of trials and tribulations in my life, and hopefully, as I continue to go live, um, you guys will want to hear more of my story and what I've really been going through on a deep, deep personal level, and what's really been working for me and transforming my spirit, transforming my destiny, and really embodying all of what I desire. And I'm calling it into my life, and you can too by opening your energy up to that. So, obviously, if you pick something and you want to take part in it, you want to better yourself with it, obviously it's your soul's calling. So if you want to work out, that's your soul's calling. If you want to pursue an entrepreneurship career path, that's your calling. Your soul is calling you to do that. So start embodying that by taking those first steps, and don't let the voice of sabotage might be there, but don't give it any power. When you hear it, let it just do its thing and let it subside and let it go away. You just keep persevering and keep persevering and keep persevering and allowing the small wins to compound. And once you see the result, thank yourself. Don't get too ahead of yourself when you see the results because there's still more work to do. Thank yourself, but don't stop, because I've done that in the past where I see results and then I stop because I'm afraid of just how big and just how successful I can get. So we got to work through. Excuse me. We have to work through those programmings so that we can actually become our highest selves and live our highest timeline and do what it is that we're meant to do. Because let me tell you, if God woke you up today, you are still here for something. So we all can just take a moment to be blessed and just feel the goodness of life right here, right now, because we are in the present moment and we are safe and we can breathe. Okay, we got a new day at life and we are living here on this beautiful earth if we let it be beautiful. So, I'm gonna go ahead and make dinner. I've had such a long day today and I've been so tired. I think my cycle is coming up, so I'm just like, ugh. But I hope that this video helped you guys. And this is like my second time ever going live. I would love to continue to go live. And I hope that it's successful and you guys, take value from this video. I love you guys so much and good luck on your journey. Bye. Oh, Hazel. I swear, every single time I'm getting ready to do something, it's like Hazel, she wants to come on. Oh my God. It's like she wants to be on camera. Okay. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Okay.